Greetings, you guys. So, I'm led to share something with you guys, like a quick message for whomever this is meant for. And this could be very well a confirmation for a lot of people, or, at least majority of you, whoever comes across this video. Um, I was debating whether I should like live stream, but I'm just like, nah, because I don't want no distractions and possible glitches and stuff like that. So I'm gonna just do it like this. But yeah, so I was up at like 1 o'clock in the morning just getting all these downloads. And what's funny was it's funny. God, it's funny. This is so crazy. So the thumbnail that I'm gonna use for this video, it's gonna be telling and it's funny. And it's for 12 year, the 12, okay? But no, it's probably like midnight, like around 12 something, midnight. And I was taking a shower. And usually this is where I get a lot of like downloads and stuff when I'm in the shower. And I've mentioned that a few times. Like that's just like the place of where I just get downloads majority of the time or whatever. But I was taken back to this event that happened in my life. I do not remember when this was. I'm trying to remember. I think it was 2015, I want to say. It was, okay, so Spirit, like, at first I didn't know that it was Spirit showing me, because at first I'm like, why am I even, like, why is this coming to my mind? Like, why is this even a thing? So I was remembering an event that I had went to. It was a concert in San Diego. And I had went with my best friend at the time. We went to the show. It was a Wiz Khalifa and A$AP Rocky headliner tour. And I think it was like Trinidad James at the time was still popular. B.O.B. was still popular at the time. Yeah, this was 2015, I think. Or was it 2013? I think it was 2013. Under the Influence tour. Yeah, that's what it was called. So Spirit brought me back to that. I really wanted to go to this concert really bad because I'm like I love A$AP Rocky. So every time he would come into town, I would miss the show. So I'm like, okay, San Diego's not that far from here, and on top of that, I need to get away. So my friend was like, yeah, I'm down, let's go. So long story short, like we made our way out there, like, but just a whole bunch of just things just flowed and just happened. And I remember thinking like, okay, this concert is probably going to be packed, so we need to leave early. So we left maybe like an hour or so before the doors open because we had general admission. So, general admission is like you want to get there early. So we got there and it wasn't that many people in line waiting. And this guy, long story short, this guy comes up to us. And he's just dressed regular. He got a t-shirt, got some jeans on, whatever. He just looked regular, right? And he comes up to us and he's like, y'all want to go backstage? And I'm thinking like, this is some bullshit. Excuse my language. Just 3:33 when I said that on the timestamp. I was like, this is some bull. Like, for real, me and my friend was like, why is he over here? And he's like, no, I work on the set with Wiz Khalifa. I can get y'all backstage. And we're just like, okay, whatever. Yeah, right. So we exchanged numbers with the guy and he said, let us know when we get in to the arena and text him so he can pull us back, right? So we get there, we're all caught up like in the show, not really paying attention to that. And then my friend was like, did you hit that guy up yet? So I hit him up. Long story short, what's so crazy about this, and we did get backstage by the way, but what is so crazy about this was that we were just randomly standing in line. Like, there was a few people in there but they just walked up to us. Like, it was just weird. And I'm not looking like flashy. Like, there was girls backstage. They had on heels and stuff. They had on club dresses, or they had like, they looked like sexy or whatever. They had face beat and all of that, video model type look. And we just chilling. Like, we got on, what do we have? We had like jean shorts on. She had a tank top on. I had a baseball shirt on with a tank top and some cutoff jeans, and I had my Timbs on. And like I was not like looking like anything, so it was just kind of like, okay, um interesting. So we got backstage. Oh, and shout out to ASAP Bari for complimenting me on my look that night. Like I said, I was just plain. I was just chilling. I wasn't looking cute like that or anything. I mean, I looked cute, but it was like a laid back cute. I didn't have on a whole bunch of makeup, and it was just plain. But and I'm like, okay, why is this showing? Like, why is this coming to me? So the reason why this was coming to me, because Spirit says that this represents unprecedented favor, and I had to look into the word unprecedented and what that meant. So God was saying to remind yourself of unprecedented favor, because the favor basically was like, it was something we were not looking for. We weren't expecting to go backstage or nothing like that. We just wanted to go to the show. We weren't dressed up. We weren't like going all out trying to be seen and cute or whatever. So it was just weird. And like I said, like it was a small line of people, and this dude just randomly walks up to us and asks us to go backstage, which it was just weird. It just didn't make sense. And I didn't believe it at first. I thought he was just BSing. He had a lantern on and everything, but I still was like, this is just like whatever. So when it happened, I was like, this is crazy. Like like it was too easy is what I'm trying to say. It was too easy. And when I was typing, what was it? I was typing a word, and the word David tried to come in, and it made me think of King David. And King David in the Bible, he did not get promoted to king. It took him some time to get to that place, but it was his favor. Things happened in a way that placed him in that position. So don't discount yourself, because it's like you can count yourself out. King David, the story of David and Goliath, when he was in his youth, he was counted out because he was smaller than his brothers, but he had more courage. He had more courage than everyone else to face this big man. He had that faith and that courage inside of him to face it, but everybody kind of they overlooked him. So that might resonate with some of you, and the reason why the divine is wanting me to share that story with you guys is because it's things like that. It just happens. And then there's another thing that God wanted me to talk about, the Kairos time and what that means, because that word came to me the other night. I kept hearing it in my mind. But whatever is something that I feel like is coming pretty quick. So unprecedented favor, unprecedented means never done or known before. So whatever this favor is, it's something that has never been done before or known before to yourself or others. And the scripture that came to me is no eyes have seen or no ears have heard, which I'm sorry for probably saying it wrong, probably saying it backwards, but it's not something that is heard of nor seen yet, whatever this favor is. And Spirit is saying it's going to come at you fast, so you must be prepared. You can't worry about what you have or what you don't have, what you look like, nor second guess yourself. Again, I wasn't necessarily insecure at that moment. Like when that happened, I was just thinking like, this guy is just, just scamming us, or just, just saying stuff, right? But looking back at it, I did kind of go like, it's kind of weird. Like, because when you think of like people that get backstage, just somebody that knows somebody, or girls that, they're dressed up real nice, they're real pretty, the Instagram model look, they can get backstage easy, or they might know somebody. And we're just like, just regular. We just come in like, we just chilling. We got Timberlands, we got Chucks on. Like we're not dressed up. We're going to a big concert. Like it's almost like a festival. Not really a festival, but it was really, really big. It was an outdoor event. So nobody's wearing heels, right? Unless you're going backstage or you're going to try to get backstage. So it was just weird. But all of that stuff doesn't matter. And Spirit is saying you must respond quickly. You must respond to the Kairos timing. So the word Kairos in Greek, it means victorious one, or it can represent fitness or opportunity of time, opportune time. So Spirit is wanting me to go into what Kairos time means. There is a book I put you guys on to. I don't know if you guys seen that video where I was talking about the story of Hannah, and it's a book that I was led to get called the Hannah Anointing, and it talks about different times and what these seasons of times represent in our lives. And I kept hearing the word that I couldn't, not the word, I kept seeing the letter K, the time K, and I was like, okay, I don't know if it's Chronos or if it's something else, but I knew it wasn't Chronos. So I had to go back to the book and find that reference. But basically what Kairos time is, according to the Greek meaning, the God, it represents a fleeting moment, a favorable opportunity, or opposing the fate of man. So it translates into the right time. So it's also known as the opportune presentation or a spiritual opportunity. Okay. So keep that in mind. I want to read a little bit from this book, like the meaning of Kairos time, so you guys can get a little bit of a feel of what I'm talking about. But it's one of those things where you gotta act. It's like it's a window and you gotta move on it. Okay, so the Greek word refers to measure of time, a larger or smaller portion of time, meaning it can be a fixed or definite time, the time when things are brought to crisis, the decisive, I don't know how to say this word, but epoch, it's epoch, waited for, or opportune or seasonable time, the right time, a limited period of time, to what time brings, the state of the times, the things and events of time. So, Kairos is a window of opportunity in which we are to respond to the thing God is bringing into our lives. Sometimes Kairos can appear as a breakthrough where the floodgates of blessings burst forth. Blessings such as financial increase, job opportunities, job promotion, miraculous healings, an open door that was previously closed, approval for land or property when denial was expected, or a positive pregnancy test after years of being told bearing children was not possible. It can also come forth in a form of a crisis. Some of the hardest moments in life cause a shift in our thinking, leading us down a whole new path of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay, so basically, this is something that you have to respond to. That window of opportunity is going to be there. It says Kairos is a jarring and intense energy. There is a heightened sense of urgency within the Kairos. These are moments that are likened to the suddenlies of God. They force you to leap, to respond quickly. Though in some cases you've waited and prayed for them, they do not wait for you to get comfortable with the sudden change or opportunities they present. Though it is the right time, the season is open for a limited period. You must be ready to respond. Okay, so that's what the book is saying. So God kept bringing that word to me, and it says to act and respond with urgency. So I would suggest you guys get prepared, because one of the things that God said too was to pack your bags, or pack a bag. Prepare yourself ahead of time. And when I was about to type ready, the word teddy, like teddy bear, popped up on my keyboard. So teddy bears for me, the thing that came to me was the meme with Jesus. It was a picture of Jesus with a little kid, and the little kid had this old teddy bear, and Jesus had this bigger teddy bear in the back of him to exchange that teddy bear with the child. So it symbolizes to me, what I got was letting go of the former things and comfort zones, for more is in store. And Spirit also wanted me to share something. One of my spiritual sisters was talking about I think it was a class or something that she was in, and she said that the woman said that one of the trickiest ways to get caught up in a repetitive cycle is to go back to the things that are most comfortable to you or most familiar to you. That is where you repeat cycles, and Spirit is bringing that up for a reason. not to stay where the former things were, or the things that your comfort lies. You have to step out of your comfort zone. You have to be ready. Spirit is saying be ready to move for some of you, or to travel to the unknown territories. And when I was trying to type territories, terrorized came instead. So this opportunity or this move may be terrifying to you because, again, it's out of your comfort zone. It may come at you fast, or you may be terrorized during the process to kind of get you to waver, trying to stop you, but you can't waver. You have to stay steadfast. You have to stay firm and rooted. So Spirit is also saying don't abort the seed, nor forfeit the promise for comfort and familiarity. Okay, don't forfeit something that is a blessing or opportunity for you due to comfort and familiarity, and don't abort it, meaning don't give up. Okay, Spirit's also saying to be mindful of who is around you in this season. If people are leaving, or you're being led to cut people out, let them go. Have boundaries. God also showed me a fox. So Spirit is saying you're being guided to watch out for cunning people, or you're being protected from these cunning people. Okay. Whatever this is a now opportunity. It may not present itself again. Don't second guess yourself. Allow God to lead the way. If 111 or 1111 has been coming to you, this may be for you, I'm hearing. I stopped typing this message at 1:11 a.m. When I was typing 111 or 111 has been coming to you, I mistyped Ben, like Benjamin. So I was led to look up the Hebrew meaning of Benjamin. And the meaning is the son of the right hand, which the son of the right hand refers to the Messiah, which is Christ energy, Christ consciousness. The right hand of God symbolizes power and authority, blessings and strength and protection and provision. What came to me with this is that for some of you guys, whatever this is, this opportunity, it may be a position of like authority or something that you're going to be the head of, and whatever it is, I feel like it's something that is a long time coming, but the opportunity, like, you have to be prepared before it comes. Like Spirit saying, like, get yourself ready now. And I would ask Spirit to reveal more to you what preparation looks like for you specifically for your own unique situation. But when the opportunity comes, you have to act immediately. So the right hand of the divine is also representing provision. So pray about provision. Ask the divine to give you provision. The scripture that came up was Psalm 16:11, and it says, "You will make known to me the path of life. In your presence is fullness of joy. In your right hand there are pleasures forever." So Spirit's going to direct your path, and whatever it is that the divine is doing, it's going to bring you joy. It's going to bring you pleasure. I also heard you will sit in heavenly places. So I had to look up what that means exactly, because I don't want to just paraphrase and just throw some stuff together. But I heard you will sit in heavenly places. Heavenly places represents the heavenly realm, or what we call the spirit realm. This phrase is translated from the Greek word epouranos. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Epouranios, meaning the sphere of spiritual activities. So thanks for the reference, gotquestions.org, for this, but it says heavenly realms can refer to both angelic and demonic activities. Okay, so that is the spirit realm, of course. So God is showing me that you will see into the spirit realm and you will gather prophetic insights and provisions. You will also be able to see the attacks and the enemy that you're up against. So when this opportunity comes, Spirit's going to give you provisions and insights into how to move, what's happening, what's going on. It might be in pieces, it may not be the full, or if you do see the end result, you may not be able to see all of the steps. They might be revealed to you one at a time, right? But you may also see attacks coming your way, who's attacking you, why, or how to combat those attacks, how to avoid those attacks, or those something with spiritual attacks. Like, and Spirit is saying, stay in constant prayer and meditation with me, with God. Stay in constant prayer and meditation. So meaning constantly tapping into the divine, seeking the divine, being in the presence of the divine. You're going to be shown a lot. And you might also tap into the spirit realm by the way of your dreams. And it was 2022 when I said that on the timestamp. So again, it goes back to those messages that I've been getting from Spirit about writing down our dreams because they're prophetic. Spirit saying, whenever you are facing an attack, take it to the spirit realm. Do not try to fight or combat the attacks through arguments, through trying to speak your claim and trying to explain yourself, and take it to the spirit realm. Okay. All right. Lastly, I was given the scripture 11:1, Hebrews 11:1, which says, now faith is the assurance of things hoped for, the conviction of things not yet seen. So again, whatever this is, this unprecedented favor, it's not known, it has not been seen or known before. And Spirit saying the faith is the assurance of that thing that's hoped for, or the optimism, even though you might not be able to physically see it or see it, how it's going to work. And this brings me to, I was in prayer. I was like in deep, like, it was amazing. I was on the phone with one of my spiritual sisters, and I heard, you're not going to abort this baby, spiritually, I'm not pregnant, but a energetic spiritual seed or baby. And I was led to put my hands on my stomach, on my solar plexus, and God said, just because I started questioning, I was like, okay, well, I can't see how this is going to work out and how that's going to work out. And God said, you don't need to, I'm going to paraphrase this because like I was in the spirit and I'm hearing it in the spirit, and it's clear, but like me trying to like go back to that, it's not going to be all the way like exact. But paraphrasing, I heard you're not going to abort this baby. I put my hand on my stomach as I was led to, and I heard, just because you can't see the baby physically doesn't mean that you should love it any less, because when the baby does come forth, you're going to love that child. So God was giving me the metaphor of when you're pregnant with a baby and you're expecting the arrival of your baby, though you don't really know what the baby looks like, you know that the baby's coming, you still love the baby anyway. You're excited to see what the baby is going to look like, right? The features, whose features is it going to have, and all of that, right? But you do get sneak peeks. Okay, yeah, this was another thing that came to me too, was you will get sneak peeks. Like God will show you through the ultrasound kind of what your baby might look like, right? So God always gives us little hints and sneak peeks to what we need to know, because prophecy is told in parts. So we know that we're giving birth to a child, but we may not know what he or she is going to look like exactly. So that's how you should look at your promises or your blessings, the things that are coming to fruition. You may not be able to see how it exactly is going to look like, but you get sneak previews, you get sneak peeks into that, okay? So I was led to use a picture of Cinderella. Cinderella might resonate with some of you. But I was guided to use a picture of Cinderella, and Spirit specifically showed me an image of her running and a clock behind her. And I had to do some Google research to find this picture, okay? But when I found it, and it hit me that the divine gave me that download around 12 a.m. sometime when I was taking a shower about that event, that concert that I went to. And then I heard the unprecedented favor. When it was all said and done, I got in my room and I started channeling all these messages, and I looked at the time that I finished messaging it, because I heard 1:11, but I didn't see the clock until I was done typing everything, and it was 1:11 when I was done typing the notes. So I don't know who this is for, but I do hope that this was a blessing to someone. I hope this was helpful. I hope this is your confirmation. Always seek the divine, though, at the end of the day, to know what time and what season you're in, what you're led to do. Seek provision, seek guidance, seek strategy. And as always, much love. Be blessed. Peace.